Chinese Taipei Open here. The Taipei Arena already treated to a terrific mixed doubles final, then a straight game win for Tang Junman and Sei Ying Sweat. Our next match up is Sung Ji-hyun, the second seed in women's singles, taking on Michelle Lee, fourth seed against the second seed. Former world number 2, of course, Sung Ji-hyun of Korea. Michelle Lee is a current top 10 at world rank number 9. And that's what follows afterwards. Women's doubles, men's singles, men's doubles as well. Plenty for you on today's order of play on finals day. So here's our HSBC Race to Guangzhou women's singles rankings. Ratchanok Ington at the very top there, and Sung Ji-hyun coming in at number 8. Very good for her. So it can all change. Of course, there's still another, 3 months to run? 2.5 months to run. So it can all swivel around, and it will probably, that top 10 standing. But all the big names in there, and plenty more to play for. Here's the draw sheet. And, well, it was an all-Korean clash yesterday's semi-final at the top of the draw. That was out on court 2, and in the end it ended up to be sort of a little bit one way. Sung Ji-hyun just taming the young star, tipped for greatness. An Si-young was down 21-19, 21-15. Sun going through to the final, and Michelle Lee coming through against Katathong, the qualifier who'd won 4 matches to get there. What a talent she was. The young 21-year-old left-hander from Thailand, but downed by the Canadian authority. Michelle Lee playing a really good match. And here comes the Korean out first, Sung Ji-hyun, looking stone-faced with a very purposeful demeanor. Very powerful athlete, former world number 2, of course. 5'9" from Seoul. 28 years of age, just a year senior to Michelle Lee. Here she is. She's got plenty of fans. World number 9 off a career high ranking. She's motored through the bottom half of the draw, Michelle Lee, from that berth right down at the foot of the draw as the second seed. Nothing has stood in her way. Deadlock on the head-to-head showings. Last meeting won by Michelle Lee. Jakarta, Indonesian Open recently. Yeah, so they've played 4 matches and they've split the head-to-head showings. Michelle Lee won in the Indonesian Open, Sung on the Malaysian Masters, but also Sung Ji-hyun winning in the Indonesian Open the year before. As we take a look at her vitals, ranked 12th in the world, has been right up there to world number 2. But that was a while ago, back in March 2017. And she was a top 10 mainstay for so long, the Seoul resident. She's played 28 matches this year, won 16 of them, have 12 losses, but a good win for her yesterday, taming her compatriot and the person that basically led from the front during the Sudirman Cup, An Si-young, because, of course, this player in your picture, Sung Ji-hyun, had a real bad wrist issue, and she was out for quite a while with that. plenty packed in. They've been winding the queues all around the outside of the building from the early hours, actually. Keen to come in and catch a glimpse of these stars. There's a whole school of young, keen badminton players beside my commentary position, just sort of drinking in all of these festivities and enjoying watching this top-level badminton come to the Taipei Arena. It's so inspirational for young eyes. So Michelle Lee, what can she bring in this contest that's always proved a tight one between these two? 2-2 head-to-head, as I say. This is their 5th chapter just about to unfold here on finals day of the Chinese Taipei Open women's singles event.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Song Ji-hyun, Korea. And on my left,
And anytime you get 2 top 12 ranked athletes going toe-to-toe, you've got to pay close attention. Tai Tzu-Ying won this event last year and didn't elect to come back and defend her title. Sadly. Sorely missed. Not by these two, though. Powerful start from the Korean. Carrying on where she left off yesterday against An Si-young. Well, she settled fast, has Sung Ji-hyun. And one thing you have to know, as good a player as she was, she hasn't won a title in 2 years. So this is a very big moment for her. Always nervy moments when you've not got anything to show on the scoreboard for Michelle Lee. Makes a tough watch for Canadian fans right now. Sung, mercenary from the offing here. Brilliant. There it is. First point on the board. And it warrants a generous hand from the crowd. To work hard for it as well. Good scrabbling from Sung. Michelle Lee, of course, won her 3rd consecutive Pan Am Games gold medal in women's singles not long ago. Together with that career best title at the Macau Open Super 300 late last year as well.
Service over, 5-2.
And all of that good work had sort of springboarded her into the top 10 for the first time. She'll have to bring it today because Sung, a lady of vast experience in white.
7-2.
Well, Sung is defending her court really, really well and just teasing out the errors from Michelle Lee, who's been pulled and yanked all over the court.
Service over 3-8.
Good leave. Sung, one of the tour's most consistent performers over the years. Top 10 mainstay before she had that wrist issue. And of course, the lady in white, well, she's been a former 2015 bronze medalist at the World Championships. That's a long way off by Michelle Lee. The radar a little bit off there. So a 7-point cushion then for the 4th seed from Korea.
Service over 4-10.
Found it. Having to work very hard to get these points, though.
10.
It's grueling whenever you play Sun Ji-hyun. There's no let up. Very physical encounter always. A little squeal of delight because it is Sung Ji-hyun of Korea, the 4th seed, who heads to the turn with a generous cushion, 11-5 after 7 minutes played. So far, a very strong start from the Korean. Longest rally of the match, that one, 17 shots. Such a test of fitness whenever you come up against this lady. She's standout in that regard. An excellent temperament as well. A little frustrated with that,
6,
having
12.
had it on her racket. Yeah, it did just miss. But Sung not happy with that call. She wants to go upstairs for the first time in the match then. The Hawkeye cogs are turning. Let's see how this is concluded. I am going to put my neck on the line and say it did just miss. I'm back in the lines, judge. And I'm looking straight down that line. I'm getting rather nervous though. Oh, golly, look at that. None from one for me. A terrific challenge from the eagle-eyed Sung Ji-hyun.
Service over, 13-6, play.
And the Korean, of course, backed by a couple of consecutive runs of 4 points. Michelle Lee has only engineered 2-point runs so far.
Service over, 7-13.
Challenging again. Right, let's not argue with her this time. She's pretty sharp, is Sung. She thinks this has gone long. Michelle Lee hoping desperately, I'm sure, that it's found its mark. This gives her a bit of time to step off stage and reassemble her hair. Going for the tight ponytail option. Oh, Michelle Lee has found it. Sung's challenge unsuccessful.
Remaining. Eight, 13, play. Service over. 14-8.
Well, in their previous 4 head-to-head matches, the winner of the first game always goes on to win the match. That bodes well for Sung Ji-hyun. In this predicament anyway, if she can keep in front.
Eight. Service over, 9-16.
Just that little bit more frugal in error. Sung Ji-hyun, terrifically powerful athlete as well. And Michelle Lee just wanting an out in the point pretty quickly there.
17-9.
Scoreboard racing away now in favour of the 4th seed from Korea. Oh, it's in.
Service over. 10-17.
Gorgeous straight drop from the top draw there from Sung, who looks so composed and playing within herself. Michelle Lee relatively just that little bit more flustered, understandably. Scoreboard pressure. Yeah, that's gone. She's been left rhythmless today. It's been tough for her to settle. Such has been the variety and the solidity of Sung Ji-hyun.
Game point 10.
10 game points for Sung. Missed.
Service over. 11-20. Game.
28-year-old from Seoul, the 4th seed here, former world number 2, takes the opening game, 21 points to 11. Just over quarter of an hour needed to do so. Very solid from the offing. Sung Ji
Second game. Level play.
Okay, so the mark you see on Michelle's right arm is the result of cupping, which is traditional Chinese alternative medicine. She needs to increase her patience and her shot quality as well a little. Tough ask today. This experienced athlete, the other end in white, who's been so far very composed and stable at this tempo, has Sung Ji-hyun. And again, starting as she did yesterday against An Se-young, downing her in straight games. She's been really, really very focused and very good this week. Well, she's got her fans here, Michelle Lee, but she's got to give them something to cheer about. That was better, the last point. But again, the accuracy and speed and stealth of Sung Ji-hyun has been quite apparent. She's been just that little bit better throughout so far and not given the Canadian many crumbs from her table right now. There's just nothing that she can really get stuck in with. Sung has been exemplary from the offing, really. Well done. 18-shot rally, that one. Good defensive prowess from the Canadian. So just a little bemused with that one. Brilliant.
Service over, 4-2.
Well, this is what happens when you're playing a really good athlete that just makes their court feel like a postage stamp that you're hitting into a really small area, because Sung is covering the court so easily and effectively. She's gliding around with majesty here. It's all looking very comfortable for the Korean. And of course the errors then starting to build from Michelle Lee, because she's struggling to find ways to win many points, and her head is spinning probably like a washing machine right now. That's gone. You've got to be careful playing that sideline.
Service over, 3-6.
Well, the sustained steadiness of Sung Ji-hyun. You sense too much for Michelle Lee at the moment. Something's got to change for the Canadian to really get into this. At the moment, she's been playing catch-up throughout. It's a tough dynamic, but Sung has managed her really well and contained the Canadian.
Service over.
That said, it was Michelle Lee that won in Jakarta, you know, not that long ago. But it's very different there. It's very fast in Jakarta. Lively conditions. Small hall. And these conditions here, you sense really favouring Sung. Michelle Lee looking a little perplexed now. Well, she's won 6 out of the last 7, has Sung Ji-hyun.
9-3.
And Lee is anxiously kind of just trying to get the upper hand in the point almost a little too early. Needs to build patiently. You ask yourself, is it that sense of occasion, perhaps, or is it a sore shoulder? You know, we've seen the pads on there, but it's all been Sung, this one. All of the answers as she heads to the turn again, as she did in game 1. It was 11-5 to the mid-game interval in game 1. This time 11-3, an even stronger showing from the very disciplined former world number 2 from Korea. Well, we've seen 3 semi-final showings from Sung Ji-hyun over the last 18 months or so. Plenty of quarterfinals as well. But this is the first final she's contested in a fair old while, and she hasn't won a title in 2 years, but you'd never know it against the player who's a top tenor, playing off her career high ranking, Michelle Lee, you know, semi-finalist Japan Open, champion in the Macau Open, and she's just being owned right now. This is a difficult watch for Canadian fans. That's nice. Now, will that help her and liberate her a little bit where the scoreboard is stifling her and enable her just to get to the next gear, the next level of her game? We saw yesterday how she could play so well, but she's right up against it now. And again, Sung Ji-hyun finds the line, but out of desperation, Michelle Lee challenges, holds her finger aloft. And I'm not saying anything, because I'm always wrong with challenges, so let Hawkeye run its course here. Yeah, I did think so. Sung Ji-hyun again finds the line. She's been imperious with her domination out here and accuracy.
13-4, play.
Michelle Lee desperate to get a sort of toehold and foothold into this game. Well done. Spreading the court beautifully, and that gets a generous hand. Now, can she just let that kind of music out from her wand? She's got so much to her, Michelle Lee. She's such a fine player. But we've not seen much of it today. The odd sprinkle of brilliance, but it's been minimal so far. And you sense right now she's not only grappling with Sung, but she's grappling with her own mind as well. It's all racing away a little too fast for Michelle Lee. Well, you have to take your hat off to the Korean. She has played an outstanding match. Oh, even that's landed plumb on the line. Can you believe it? And the scoreboard is turning very, very fast now for Sung Ji-hyun, who is setting sail for home. Running out of time. She pulls the trigger again to go upstairs. Many fans hope that she's found this just to extend her stay a little longer. They want more out of this women's singles final. Oh, she has. Now, will that prove to be a little bit of a lift for her? Exactly half an hour played here on show court 1. 4 courts went to 2, and now the spotlight shining really brightly down here. Earning her first run of 3 consecutive points, the Canadian. Michelle Lee on a roll. Can she hold on? Seems a bit of a thankless task right now with the scoreboard so lopsided, but you never know. Superpower with the straight smash. 4 in a row for Michelle Lee. Perhaps the comeback is on. Longest rally of the match, 34 shots there. A lot more patient in her building, the lady in black. That was much better. It's almost like she's liberated. She can sense that the shower is kind of almost running, and she's relaxing, and the shackles are off. She's nothing to lose right now. Normal service resumes. Sung Ji-hyun now after that little flurry from the Canadian #1 with a whole heap, a bucket full of match points.
Match point 9.
You never tire of watching somebody win a title, do you? It's been 2 years in the coming, that one. But the title drought comes to an end for Sung Ji-hyun, who lets us all in with a lovely, beaming, warm smile. The world number 12 and 4th seed is on the path back. She's sensational in Taipei. Dictatorial from the start. That is a good win for Sung Ji-hyun. 21-11, 21-9. 34 minutes it took her.
好的，非常恭喜陈诗玨能够在这个地方拿下女单的一个冠军。那我们第一个想要在赛后做的一个访问呢，当然这一次呢其实非常难得，因为是她生涯第4个在台北公开赛拿下的冠军。那其实昨天的赛后访问，她还特别提到，台北其实就像她第2个家一样。所以能不能聊聊在第2个家拿到冠军的一个心情，又有没有话要对满场的台湾球迷说？
일단 이렇게 대만에서 또 제가 2011년도에 처음으로 이제 국제대회 우승을 했는데 또 이렇게 4연승을 하게 돼서 너무 기쁜 것 같고 되게 저한테는 개인적으로 뜻깊은 대회가 아닌가 싶습니다.
就是他从2012年在台湾拿过冠军之后，到现在已经是4连胜，他觉得非常的开心。
Okay, the question what I ask about is this is Song's first Taiwan Open's title. So what she feel about it, and she's think is very happy she can win 4 in the row. OK， 第2个问题我们要在这个地方问到，那台北羽球公开赛的这个冠军也是他陈诗玨今年最好的一个表现。那 最近其实看一些相关的报道，也都知道他最近这么的努力在打拼，都是为了东京奥运。可不可以请他聊聊对奥运的一个期待？
올해부터 지금 이번 대회에서 제일 좋은 성적 하셔서 혹시나 도쿄 올림픽에 대해서 어떤 준비하고 계시나요?
일단 지금 이제 올해 성적이 그렇게 좋지 않았는데 이렇게 대만에서 또 이렇게 우승을 해서 너무 좋고 또 이제 올림픽 이제 얼마 남지 않았는데 올림픽 레이스 잘 마무리해서 이제 올림픽 나가서 좋은 성적 낼 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
因为之前都一直没有好的成绩，那这次在台湾能够得到这么好的成绩，他希望在未来奥运的时候也能够尽最大的努力得到最好的成绩。
Okay. The second question, what I asked about is what Song's expectation for the Tokyo Olympics, and she said the last couple times she can play very well in the Olympic, but this time she can bring her best in the game. Okay, thank you and good luck. 好了，谢谢大家。那我们接下来再来欣赏更精彩的一个女双决赛。
Yeah, so good win there for Sung Ji-hyun. A real stranglehold over that women's singles final. She was just exemplary from the start. A really solid showing from her. Former world number 2, playing at her very best there, downing the top 10 athlete who Michelle Lee was playing off her career high ranking, and Sung Ji-hyun just absolutely sorted her out there. It's a fine win for the Korean.
Viewers, get ready for the 2019 Yonex Chinese Taipei Open Women's Singles will now begin. 首先，让我们用热情的掌声欢迎我们的亚军加拿大代表队选手李文山。Welcome our runners-up, Michelle Lee from Canada. 接着，让我们用热情的掌声欢迎我们的冠军韩国代表队选手陈池炫 ，and champions 宋智炫 from Korea. Please up to the stage. 请用热情的掌声恭喜他们。接着，很荣幸的为您邀请到中华民国羽球协会理事长张国作理事长为大家颁发奖牌。And now we are honored to invite our guest, Chinese Taipei Badminton Association President Will Zhang, to the stage to present the medals. 谢谢我们的张理事长，可以在旁边稍后一下。接着，很荣幸的为您邀请到 Yonex 株式会社代表取缔社长林田草树颁发奖金。We then would like to invite our guest, Yonex Company Limited President Kusaki Hayashida, to the stage to present the check. 接着，很荣幸为您邀请到 Yonex 优乃克公司的总经理宫前辉久为大家颁发吉祥物以及大会纪念品。We now invite our guest, Yonex Taiwan Company Limited President Teruhisa Miyamai, to the stage to present a gift from our tournament. 接着有请我们选手跟贵宾一同拍照合影。Players and guests, please get together for a group photo. 接着我们看一下前方。好的，我们感谢3位颁奖贵宾，谢谢。那我们请获奖选手们拍照合影。All our finalists, please get together for a photo.
Well, all smiles for the women's singles winner and runner-up alongside each other. The former world number 2 coming through, Hyun, in straight games. That's a good win for her. Her first title in 2 years, and a check for $37,500 US for the lady on the left. Back to her very best today. She was untouchable. A straight games defeat of Michelle Lee. Hyun, the winner of the women's singles for the Yonex Chinese Taipei Open. Coming up next, we've got women's doubles. A Thai Korean clash between Kitty Harakun and Pujongjae. They're taking on Kim and Kong, the 3rd seeds, the powerhouses from Korea. That should be a really watchable battle.